They after us.
Weird. Okay, we're back, but holy fuck, we just lost everybody, I guess.
They after us. They're coming after us. Because we talking about the real issues.
We're talking about the real shit. He's seen my tits. Yo, what up, Dabber? We weren't honestly going to go much longer than this.
Oh, shit.
You know, like, so it's fucking.
Didn't even think about it. Let's just collect everyone back and then go over to the too many. If anyone want to come. We'll keep saying that.
Yeah, whatever.
Let's watch some TikTok.
Let's fuck it.
Finish this out.
Oh, shit! What? Do your thing! Do your thing!
He just got up and started dancing, and she checked on him, but saw that they were just dancing. So we're dancing now.
Why did he jump up? It looked like he got bitten in the ass by a turtle.
To start dancing.
The day I get out this prison, I'm just kidding. I'm not in prison. I'm at home. Look at my boobs. The day
He touched his camera through the fence.
He did. He touched his own camera through the fence.
Log in and you Yahoo. Yahoo!
Is this Jimmy
I'm a black guy. I'm a black guy.
How long I gotta wait? I had enough of this place. This place, I had enough. How long I gotta fucking wait with this fucked up dentist? I had enough.
Welcome.
So the dentist there, right there?
Yeah.
He's famous on H3. They've brought him on a few times to try to give him an intervention on his style of comedy. So he does this old school street comedy. You should see.
Is that the guy, the insult comic guy?
Yeah.
That's
so he
him?
thinks he's
he's
an actual dentist.
Okay.
That's where he's made his living, and he thinks he's the funny dude. Dude, just check out a couple of those.
SpongeBob, listen to me. It ain't polite to point, you son of a bitch.
That's all right.
It ain't polite to point, you son of a bitch. Hope you jump on your bike and there's no seat.
Yeah, it's just shit like that. I hope you jump on a bike and there's no seat. Please take my wife. Some bullshit like that.
Shit.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Hit me with one more with a person. I want to see.
Let me ask you a question. How's your imaginary girlfriend doing today?
Oh, bro.
Big son of a bitch glancer. Can you see me? There you go. Oh. Dave, train wreck. Let me ask you a question. How's your...
Yeah, so he's
He'll drop a lot of
tone
shit like
deaf
that.
as fuck.
Just
Jimmy Lee fan, let's hear it. Yo. This guy's a big fan too. His name is Chief Suck a Lot of Fuck. When you do me a favor, stay out of gay bars and me and Jordan will stay in them. I'll see you later. You're on the World Wide Web. How you doing? Lady, you put the cane in cocaine. Jimmy Lee fan.
No, see, this is his Instagram, so he's kind of hiding the worst.
Yeah.
It's a lot worse than this.
Yeah, these are the good ones. These are the ones he decided to put up.
Yeah.
Which are the tickets? What if I be one of the figures? Watch.
It's so edited. Did you see 10 cups already, bro?
A little tight in the crotch. They did. Yeah, it's not polite to point. You unfold that son of a bitch?
And so he's just harassing these men about their dicks while they're at work.
It just harasses everyone. And again, it just like gets to a point. There's ones that are like, fucking 14-year-old girls, and he's like, fucking, he's like, well, you won't ever, whatever. You won't ever find a fucking husband with that fucking flat face.
Oh my God.
It's just weird.
Dude, people that have that kind of thing in them, like, don't you kind of like, are you kind of envious of those people that have that ability not give a fuck? Well, not be that tone deaf, but to not give a fuck about just being like what's the dude?
What's a
the
good
dude
in
who would be
between?
like,
It's not this guy.
I don't
This
fuck with
isn't
you you big sassy broads. What about that dude?
No, see, well, I just think his ideas were wrong. I respected the way he talked, but I just think he was wrong. Like he's sucked up in the world, right? It's like the thing about him, he did die, yeah. But the thing about him was he was just sucked up into society's fucking what they expected of you. It's like money and ass and like, I don't know, there's so much other shit than money and ass. It's everyone loves it, but
there's like everything other than
almost
that. You know?
everything
Like,
except money and ass.
Yeah, except money and ass is not that. So like it's really.
And so it's like, yeah, I respected his like brute faced honesty, but I didn't respect his views. You know.
What was that dude's name?
Though.
What was that dude's name?
Rest in fucking in dirt. I don't know what to say to people. Sassy bro. What was his name? I don't remember.
Kevin Samuels. Right?
Was it Samuels? Maybe.
What's going on? Damn, close at 10 p.m. Hey, man, you better get ready for this. Let's get it.
Did he fart? Or they're thrown in? Do people throw in farts in his videos?
I don't know. Well, this is from his
When I
channel.
say every man needs a life that's broad enough, who are the people you interact with on a daily basis who are not
I see
your
he's
family
trying to be a life coach, you know.
Yeah,
It's
some
like,
kind
be
of
better,
guru.
like, you know, fucking work harder, get more money, try to make your life more, you know, advantageous to you.
Yeah.
Like his core thing is okay, but he's just super sexist and old school about it. It's past old school. Like he's weird about it.
Worst wife ever calls in for dating
my
advice.
comment is,
Someone who has that on their desk.
Yeah.
You trust that dude? He's trying to distract you like a hypnotist.
Man, at this time, how could I juggle it with getting a high value man back? That
See, even the
I
high
felt like
value
I
man,
lost
right?
Because I
It's
wasn't
a fucked concept.
in
Like
therapy.
by
I
whose
wasn't,
standards?
I wasn't ready, and he called it out. He said I needed to get therapy, and
Well, so what I think that they're saying about like a high value man and stuff like that. So what that
That's just a high earning man. That's what he says all the time.
But
like,
it's to
over
more so than that. Well, he's talking about what
He's
women
like over
expect.
150,000. He
He's
says
talking
the
about
number.
punching above your weight class. Is what he's talking about. Really, like when it comes
Yeah.
down to it, it's about like understanding like when you're looking
They're
for
always-
somebody, it's better to be realistic, right?
I see that, but
I know that that's not
there's
what he's saying specifically.
But there aren't necessarily weight classes because you really do. You can connect with different people. There are other things than money and ass.
No,
like,
absolutely. But you're
is
more
the point, right?
It's not about that though. But that you have to admit that that's kind of like a rarity that people that aren't in similar like earning brackets or like life brackets, you know, like people are brought together by proximity most of the time, you know, like either at work or doing something they enjoy, something that has like a common interest. So you're gonna have
Coming from that perspective, yeah, like you would be around people like you.
Yeah, you can't work at a Kinko's and think you're gonna marry somebody who's earning $6. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't expect them to meet somebody, but maybe.
But his is all based on looks. His isn't about your actual value as a person and like what you bring to the table. Other than that, right? So like he's just saying like, no,
I
you're
wasn't
not
talking
hot
about
enough
him in
for rich
particular.
dudes.
Yeah, well, that's the way he frames it. That's the way
Yeah.
he's framing that. But what I think that it actually boils down to with people is that like it's a kind of like a thing of
Well, see, to me, I couldn't date or be with someone who didn't have drive or
Right.
like a plan or like something creative about them. If
Yeah.
I was with someone that just wanted to fuck and get money, like it would drive me insane. My mind needs to be stimulated. Like,
Yeah.
And so for me, my scale would be a lot different than someone else, right? Like him, that is literally just like those implants are 3 years old. Those are saggy. You need to get those done. Again, you know, it's
yeah.
like that's his like
pop them out, pop some new ones in.
version of it. When like I would ask different things of a partner, and so does everyone.
Yeah.
And so to boil it down so simply in any manner is just oversimplifying a very complex thing, you know?
Yeah, but again, you have people that are like, again, the people that come to him are looking for that kind of shit.
Well, see, what I was going to say is that the people that call in are fucking sociopathic, incel men and gold digging women. Like, that's what calls him, is because they're like, how can I get a hot bitch? And then she's like, how can I get a rich dude? And it's like,
You can't.
you got to be better.
Yeah.
Like, if you want the best, you got to
You got to be a hot rich bitch to get a hot rich dude.
Yeah, like that's who they would want to be with, is someone like them.
That's what I'm
driven
saying.
and look,
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever you find
It's
attractive
like
in them.
you can't work at McDonald's and expect to
But
be
no,
with somebody
McDonald's
who works.
don't mean shit about it. It's like, well, I see what you mean though.
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
You didn't
can't-
have the drive that they had. You're not in the place they are.
Right. So how could you expect them to find you attractive?
Yeah.
Like you got to
in
be
the ways
banging.
that you
Yeah.
find that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's different than. But I feel like he just basically puts it on looks though.
Well, yeah, he was
Like-
not a very good man.
No.
No, he's not a good man.
Oh, I keep looking over. We keep having conversation past it, but then I look back and I think we're talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, he was a piece of shit, but also, you know, he was a sharp fella. He was kind of like James Bond. He was a woman beater.
Yeah.
What
What
else about
alcoholic?
James Bond?
Alcoholic murderer.
Yeah, dude. I watched some of the newest James Bond. I got about halfway through before I cut it.
Yeah.
And we had watched some of the VFX on it already. It's the only reason I even stuck around because I
Yeah.
wanted to see a couple scenes, and I was
like that
all right.
motorcycle shit.
That was early, but you know, I still was like, okay, we'll see a couple things. But no, it was still trash. It was a perfect movie though.
Yeah.
As far as like, of course, everyone's like top notch acting, lighting, the CGI, everything's like as much money as you can put into something being good and still fucking boring. Like it's supposed to be so action packed.
It's fucking James Busy,
Even
bro.
the action scenes are boring to me. It's like something about it just like, it just seems so bad to me. And I hate that because
Yeah, you want to like it. You want
I
to like
liked
James Bond.
at some point
You
when I was
like
a kid.
Pierce Brosnan and James Bond.
I like
though.
the bad James Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do love Pierce Brosnan. Again, I like the Thomas Crown Affair better than James Bond, man. That was him as James Bond, as not James Bond. I think they were gonna make that a James Bond, and then they like didn't have enough
They were like,
money
"This
to
is not
promote
good."
it,
Yeah.
or it wasn't good enough.
This is not good. This is not
They
good
had
news.
some change there because he's totally playing himself as James Bond in that movie. The demeanor, everything about it. It's like it's not a different
Wasn't
character.
that just Pierce Brosnan though?
Is that just him?
Isn't he just dapper
and
Englishman?
fucking dandy man?
Yeah,
and
dude. Dandy stone
handyman.
cold fucking killer.
Fucking ice cold playboy on the casino route, you know.
Absolutely.
He loved to gamble and drink. That was one thing that why I mentioned it, sorry, was the shots of him like he's about to get in a gunfight and he just like fucking down a huge glass of whiskey. And you're like, oh shit, man! Right before you get in the gunfight, it's like I understand that you're like
Calms
cool
your nerves.
and you're cool,
Calm
and
your nerves.
calm. But before that, he just drank a gin drink and then
and then a whiskey drink and then a vodka drink.
I'm not trying to be Carlos and count your drinks here, James Bond, but it looks like you've had a mix of alcohol and you've had plenty of shots tonight, and you're about to have to long form behind your back, shoot people in the face,
Dude, so I've never seen
like
the
you have
movie
to
you're
do things that are
describing.
amazing. It was the newest, No Time to Die. Billie Eilish did the intro, which was sick.
Okay.
That intro was very impressive. Definitely had a writing team on it. It grabbed me right away.
Okay.
No, but it started out great. I was so into it. And then nothing. Forever. Like once it started, I was done. It was just bad.
Oh shit. Dwayne The Rock Johnson rages on Will Smith.
But also, is it because it was... Do I not respect the rule of spoilers? Because if I hadn't watched that VFX thing and knew what was coming and knew what it looked like,
Yeah.
I might have been into it.
You might have liked
Like
it.
maybe I needed the fantasy of not knowing what it was, because I had spoiled that entire movie multiple times just from YouTube videos.
Yeah.
And so by the time I watched it, I couldn't even finish it because it was just trash to me.
Yeah.
And because everyone's destroyed it.
Well,
you know, and I
because it's
have
not
reasons-
good.
I mean, I guess,
But it's the same thing with like Saw. You like Saw. You like kind of like lighter.
I like most movies when I say
Yeah.
I don't make that time for movies. So when I see a big, if you put 12 million into a movie,
Yeah.
I like it. I mean, I can't say it's bad. That's a lot of money. That's like fucking, helping people out money. Like,
Yeah.
that you threw into something everyone hates, and it makes me sad that like they get to do shit like that. But and it makes me like it a little more. I give them a little more room, on those trash films.
Yeah.
I give them some room to.
Well, I
wiggle.
mean, we kind of like, because we, on our Patreon, we do flashback flicks where we watch shitty movies most of the time, or just like movies from our childhood or something like that. And so we've kind of grown to like schlock and some not great movies. So I'm actually surprised that you couldn't find a way to enjoy it.
But
all
it was
the way
so
through.
good. It was like a high produced movie, you know, and that almost turned me off a little bit. Maybe that's what it was. I was like, yeah, okay. It's like I can't trash on the writing, you know, like the shots are great, everything like looks good. I feel for the characters a little bit. You're not
Just
rushing the story too much.
Yeah.
Everything was there. It's like one of those things. It's again, I told you about it, Rhett and Link. I hate to.
Yeah.
No, I love you guys.
Yeah.
For future reference. No, but I watch their stuff and I'm like, am I entertained?
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, fucking Spartacus.
Yeah, bro.
And that's how I felt with that movie and a lot of movies. I'm like, is this something worth watching or is it just good?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of good music. You're a good example of someone that there's just a lot of good, well-produced music that you just don't like.
Yeah.
I feel the same way
But
about
I can
a lot of
respect that
movies.
it's
Like,
I can respect that it's well
I respect
done.
it. The same way. I shout out that movie didn't finish.
Yeah.
You know, so both. Like,
Looks great. Couldn't stand it.
couldn't
stand
read
it at all.
Too
Couldn't
long.
read it.
Couldn't read.
Yeah.
It also was like almost 3 hours. So
Yeah, dude. Well, and
what if I finish it and then come back and I'm like, it was the best movie. It was just a long setup, dude. I didn't get it.
yeah.
That's probably me too.
Well, guys, I guess we're going to mosey on over. So in about 30, 45 minutes or so, we'll be going live in the Discord. We just got to get some stuff prepared.
Yeah.
So we'll be doing that. So if anybody wants to come and watch that there.
If you got something, send it over. If you got time, come and watch. Let's watch some fucked up shit live together and see how that works.
If not,
is
go
it
join the
gonna be bad?
Patreon. Leave a like. Go and give a 5-star review on podcast stuff and come watch the extra one. We love you guys.